Good morning to our viewers across the world. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters across the world. It's Ayo Adams on the sports segment of The Weekend Show. And I'll be running you through all the happenings in the world of sport. The FIFA World Cup draw happened yesterday. I'll be running you through that. Nigeria crashed out of the World Cup qualifiers. Well, I'll also be giving you updates upon that. The UEFA Champions League returns the following week. I'll also be running you through the updates all on that. And don't forget, at the end of the show, there's going to be a banter, street banter from our partners on The Weekend Show at Onile Corner. We'll be giving you street banter across the world football, especially the Premier League, as our street pundits across the streets told us how they felt about the Premier League top four. Well, we'll start with the Super Eagles, as Nigerians were in high hopes of qualifying for Qatar 2022 World Cup, and getting it over the rivals Ghana will be something special. After a goalless draw in the first leg against Ghana in Kumasi, meant the Super Eagles had to return to the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Most Nigerians were confident that the Super Eagles would use the home advantage to put pressure on their opponents in such a way that they could defeat them. On the field, Ghana managed to take the lead in the 10th minute of the game with a goal from Arsenal's midfielder Thomas Yeye Partey, which was a better pill to swallow for the home fans. Forced by the situation, the Super Eagles played with more urgency and got an equalizer when Nigeria was awarded a penalty and was converted thoroughly by captain Trust Ekong in the 22nd minute of the game. From then on, it was the thought that the Super Eagles would turn the game around, but they found themselves against a well-organized Ghanaian defense that withstood all the attacks on their goal. When the final whistle blew, the score was aggregate tied at 1-1, but Ghana still qualified on away goals, and the crowd was enraged, and they amassed and they threw themselves into the pitch, saying their national team playing on the Arabian soil would not be something that would happen. They began to invade the pitch in protest. This would be the first time since 2006 that Nigeria would fail to qualify for the World Cup. The Super Eagles had high hopes to qualify for the World Cup, and it was something that a lot of fans wanted to see. Over 60,000 fans were present in the stadium, myself included, with a lot of Nigerians cheering, chanting, and also booing the opponent, Ghana, at home at the MKO Abiola Stadium, hoping that the Super Eagles would make something out of that game with all the home support that the fans brought. But that was not the case, as at the end of the day, the Super Eagles have now crashed out and will not be going to the 2022 Qatar World Cup in November. A lot of fans across the world, a lot of fans at home were angry, and as you can see, as it was spread right across the social media platforms, where the fans enraged and went in the field and caused a lot of chaos, which has seen FIFA putting a heavy ban on the MKO Abiola Stadium indefinitely. We would see how that story pans out. Well, in accordance to the Nigerian exit from the World Cup, the NFF technical crew resigned or were fired. The Austin Eguavoen resigned, and the Nigerian Football Federation on Thursday terminated the appointment of the entire NFF crew of the national team. It also said Eguavoen has stepped down as technical advisor of the Nigerian national team, and that has noted that termination has taken immediate effect. The statement read, following the failure to qualify the Super Eagles to the World Cup, to the FIFA World Cup 2022, the entire technical crew advisor, Augustine Eguavoen, has stepped down from the position with immediate effect. The NFF has in the meantime withdrawn the 2.5-year contract that was given to him and all other technical crew with immediate effect. Well, all Nigerians across the world, they have been waiting that do we need to see this technical crew, have they been doing their work? Eguavoen came in after General was there for 5 years and nothing was still the case. We were playing football with no sense of urgency. We were playing football with no sense of development. The lower tier, the under 17, under 21, and the female football, there's not been any significant development. Now the Super Eagles are not going to the World Cup. Nigerians across the world were annoyed, they were angry, and they had a lot to say. And they're also calling for the heads of the NFF itself that they should also resign and put pen to paper and leave the Super Eagles be for now. Well, a new crew will be announced after a proper review to lead the new charge of the reinvigorating the Super Eagles to face future challenges appropriately. We thank the coaches and the team officials for their service to the nation and wish them success. Well, talking about resignation, another team who did not go to the World Cup, that's the Algerian national team, the technical crew willingly resigned after their exit. Algerian Football Federation President Sharaf Eddine Amara and all members of the federation have thrown in the towel. The mass resignation follows Algeria's exit from the FIFA World Cup and their failure to qualify to the finals in Qatar. Amara and his committee resigned on Thursday, 2 days after Algeria lost 1-2 to Cameroon, despite having won 1-0 away from home in the first leg, and as they could not qualify into the next round. Well, the statement said, "Today I am withdrawing and considering the elimination of the national team, which is a big disappointment." Amara told the press at the FAF headquarters in Algiers. He addressed the media shortly after the extraordinary meeting of the FAF. Meanwhile, the FAF Vice President, Mohamed Mawuche, has been appointed to act as interim head of the Federation of Algeria. Underperformed at the 2021 African Cup of Nations held in Cameroon from January to February this year, the Algerians were hoping to qualify for the World Cup as a consolation for their miss at the AFCON. Well, we'll now move to international scenes where we saw another improvement with the Seleção, that's Brazil, who have now moved up to #1 ranking spot in the FIFA ranking. Having spent the longest time out of the top FIFA world ranking, the Seleção returned to their summit in March 2022, 5 years after they last sat on top of the world. Their recent wins over Chile at home in a 4-0 triumph, then another 4-0 away win to Bolivia in the World Cup qualifiers, enabled them overtake the Belgian national team, who held the top spot for a 3 years duration. Brazil are now going into the World Cup as the #1 team across the whole world after Belgium failed to defeat Northern Ireland in a 2-2 draw during the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Well, moving on, we now move to women's football as Barcelona's victory as Camp Nou saw a high amount of fans' attendance at the El Clásico. The Barcelona women's side, that's the FCB Feminine, recorded a large amount of fan attendance. Barcelona's victory over Real Madrid in the Women's Champions League quarterfinals on Wednesday was watched by 91,553 fans at the Camp Nou, making it a landmark moment for the women's football in Europe. The hosts came from behind to beat their rivals 5-2 to reach the semi-finals with a 8-3 aggregate win, setting up a last-four meeting with either Arsenal or Wolfsburg. The previous highest turnout for the women's club football game was in 2019 with 60,779 people. Saw Barca beat Atletico Madrid 2-0 at the Wanda Metropolitano. The previous Champions League record was 50,212 for a game between Lyon and Frankfurt in Munich. It was also the first time Barcelona's women's team would play a Camp Nou match in the front of the fans. They played at the stadium before they put behind doors because of the restrictions due to the coronavirus. Well, let's move to one of the most interesting competitions across the world, which is the UEFA Champions League, which returns next week. The quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League will begin on Tuesday, 5th of April, where Benfica will be playing Liverpool, Manchester City will be taking on Atletico Madrid, and we'll have Chelsea who are going to be playing Real Madrid. That's another repeat of the fixture that happened last season. We're going to have the Yellow Submarines of Villarreal, the Spanish La Liga side, playing the current champions of the German Bundesliga, which is Bayern Munich, and we're going to have Benfica, current table leaders in the Premier Liga in Portugal, who are going to be playing Liverpool. It's going to be a showdown on Tuesday and on Wednesday. Which side are you on? Which people are you supporting? Which club badge are you holding firm to your heart? Let us know in the comment section below across our social media platforms, as Chelsea will be taking on Real Madrid, Manchester City will be home to Atletico Madrid, while Villarreal will be taking on Bayern Munich and Benfica taking on Liverpool. Let us know in the comment section below across all our platforms. We'll be waiting to see your predictions. Now let's go to weekend fixtures. The Premier League returns back for its match day 30. We're going to have Liverpool playing Watford at the Anfield, a 12:30 first game of the day. We're going to have Burnley take on Manchester City. Man City was going to be away after a 0-0 draw before the FIFA break to Crystal Palace. Chelsea will be home to Brentford. We'll wait to see how that tie pans out. Manchester United are going to be home to Leicester City. Leicester City are now not in favour anymore because we have our very own Wilfred Ndidi, who suffered a knee injury and is going to be out for the rest of the season. On Sunday, we're going to have West Ham play Everton at home, and we're going to have Tottenham playing Newcastle at 4:30 on Sunday. While other fixtures are going to be Arsenal playing Crystal Palace. We'll see how that game pans out. Moving on to La Liga, as we have Levante, we're going to be playing Villarreal in the opener this weekend on Saturday. Celta Vigo, we're going to be playing Real Madrid, as Atletico Madrid, the current champions, will be playing Alaves at the last game of the day on Saturday. On Sunday, we're going to see Atletico Bilbao play Elche, Real Betis will be playing Osasuna, Valencia will take on Cadiz, and Barcelona will be looking to continue their unbeaten run as they look to take the second position in the La Liga behind Real Madrid if they defeat Sevilla, who are currently in second place. We move to SERIA A. They're also in the match day 31, where Spezia will be hosting Venezia at home. Lazio will be looking to reinvigorate their form against Sassuolo. Salernitana will be looking to see if they can make anything work against Torino. Fiorentina will be playing Empoli, and it's going to be a great showdown between Atalanta and Napoli, while Sampdoria will be hoping not to lose to Mourinho's Roma, while Juventus is going to be taking on Inter Milan in a big clash on Sunday at 7:45. Well, yesterday in Qatar, Doha, we had the FIFA World Cup draw happen in Doha, which was headlined by Idris Elba, who was one of the hosts, and our very own Davido was also on stage as they performed the first song of the FIFA World Cup 2022 soundtrack. Well, the highlights of the day were the FIFA World Cup group stages, which I'm going to show you. And in Group A, we have host Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Qatar and Ecuador will be the first game of the FIFA World Cup, will come November. Qatar, who will be taking on Ecuador, will wait to see how that game goes, as the African team in that group is Senegal. Who do you think will qualify from the group? Let us know. In Group B, England also have a good run, as they will be playing Iran, USA, and there's also going to be Scotland, Ukraine, or Wales. That's where you see the Euro playoff. We are going to see whoever qualifies from Scotland, Ukraine, and Wales in their playoff will take that position. In Group C, we have Lionel Messi, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland in Group C. Group C looks like it's a group where the top scorers might emerge from. Who's going to take the top scorer in that league, in that group? Would it be Messi's Argentina, or would it be Lewandowski for Poland? In Group D, we have defending champions France, who are in slot 1. And we also have playoffs between Australia, UAE, and Peru. That's where you see the IC playoff 1. Whoever wins those playoff games will be in that slot. We also have Denmark, and we have Tunisia also in our group. Will France be able to take back or defend their championship? We'll wait to see that. And you know, there's always been this aura with the teams who won the previous World Cup. They always crash out in the group stages. Will France be able to turn that luck around? We'll wait to see. And then moving on to Group E, we have Spain, former champions. Group E has 2 major champions, former World Cup champions in their group, with Spain and Germany. That is looked to be one of the biggest games in the World Cup group stages. We'll wait to see that. We'll wait to see how that pans out. In Group E, slot B, we have the IC playoff 2, which is going to see Costa Rica or New Zealand qualify into that path. We have Germany and Japan is also in that group. And in Group F, we have the former leading world champions, Belgium, who are in Group F. In slot 1, Canada is in slot 2, Morocco in slot C, and Croatia in slot D. It's going to be a De Bruyne and Modric show in that game. Well, there's other groups are also there with Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon in Group G, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea in Group H. Those are all the groups from the World Cup, FIFA World Cup draw that happened yesterday. Let us know who you think will take each group. Let us know who do you think will win the World Cup. Well, before I leave you, I'm going to leave you with the Onile Street banter, where we went to the street to ask our fans, how do they think the top 4, the Premier League top 4 log is going to end. We have Liverpool in slot 1 currently. We have Man City in slot 2 currently, Chelsea in 3, and Arsenal in 4. But our fans had different opinions. Well, here you go, as we went to the streets with Onile to check and ask our pundits, how do they think the top 4 rankings will finish. Well, my name is Ayo Adams. I will leave you with the Onile banter. See you next week. Bye-bye.
I would like to predict that will be in the top 4 is Chelsea, number 1, Man City, followed by Man U, and then Tottenham. Chelsea is playing well nowadays. If you talk about because of the war that is going on now between Ukraine and Russia, though there is a lot of pressure on Chelsea for Abramovich to sell the team, you know, do all of those things that is happening now. Well, for now, Chelsea is still playing well. Though they don't have a sponsor now, but they are still playing. They are still playing well. Man City is okay, but Man U is not. I don't even know what to say about Man U, because Man U are just flopping nowadays. They are flopping. They only depend on Ronaldo, and only Ronaldo cannot play the field. Ronaldo cannot play the field, but Tottenham is also playing well too.
My name is Olawale. I think Man City at the first position, followed by Liverpool, Chelsea, then Arsenal. So it's lucky they be in top 4. Because Arsenal is getting closer now. I think they are trying their best now. You understand? So I think they will be in top 4.
My names are Tunde Amazamoje Phillips. The top 4 race, Man City is there already. Liverpool is there already. Chelsea has cemented their position. Arsenal will carry the day. Arsenal will be among the top 4.
My name is Nelson Young. I believe the top 4 team is going to be the first team on my top 4 list is Manchester United, Chelsea too, Tottenham, and I can go with PSG.
One, we talk about Liverpool. Then we have Man City, Manchester City will be second, and third will be Chelsea Football Club, and fourth will be Manchester United. That is 4 people that actually no one can see league except Liverpool. Then I've already said anything about top 4. First, Man City second, Chelsea third, and then Man U fourth.
The fight is going to be between Man City and Chelsea, because Man City now, their first 11, they have a very good first 11 now. Nowadays they are playing well. They have a very good first 11. Even their bench is okay. Their bench now is still playing well. But I would say Man City will take the EPL.
Man City, of course.
I choose Manchester, because the good players, their players are excellent.